It's my pleasure to welcome you once again to Matters Arising, the flagship talk show of Kaftan Television, which centers on trending national and international issues, usually done by our team of in-house team of seasoned broadcast journalists, but we introduce a little different flavor on tonight's edition as we bring in someone from another part of the media who you will get to meet very, very shortly. And my name is Dayo Omogu.
My name is Badibo.
Ekaiti Boat is by name. Good evening.
And once again, let's remind you that the program is designed with you in focus, and that's why the principles are that it's conversational, it's engaging, and incisive. And so that makes a demand on you to participate, not just sit back alone. While we appreciate the fact that you sit back and watch us, we also want you to get to be part of the show by calling in. And the number 08029938365 will be displayed on the screen at the appropriate time, so that you can weigh in on the topic of the day. And like I say all the time, so that we can have a beautiful conversation, I would like that when you call in, you stay away from your device. If it's your television, please stay away from it, so that there's no interference between the two gadgets. And as much as possible, cut down the volume of the TV set, and in order that you can have proper flow and you don't have to ramble or be looking for what to say, it's advisable to also put your points maybe in bullet form, so that once you take a look at the bullet point, you can just flow with it. And so straight away we're going to tonight's topic. If you've been following what's happening around Nigeria, you would find that in the last 2 days, including 3 days, including today, that is starting Tuesday, young lawyers, otherwise known as new wigs, have been called to the bar. A whole 4,429 of them. Yeah, I hope I got that right. 4,429. And so we're wondering, if you have 4,000 plus lawyers in the market right now, just freshly injected, where exactly are they going to be absorbed? I know that that's a professional course, and so they should be able to do something for themselves, but it's not practicable that every one of them will be able to create whatever. And in any case, even as the chairman of the Body of Benchers said yesterday in his address, he did say that it's not advisable for any new wig to go start a practice right now, that the best thing would be to go learn under some established firm, which makes sense. Yes, you are a barrister, you are licensed to practice and all that, but I mean, there's a difference usually between theory, between academics and practice. So you need to garner some experience to be able to forge ahead in your profession. That's why you have even in the medical practice, you have housemanship, just like you also have the law school for them. And then beyond that, you also have in the accounting world, you also have an internship system also. So in that case, where do these 4,000 people go from here? I'm sure that my co-panelists will have something to say right now.
Well, for me, it's not something that is unusual. Right. Yeah, because year in, year out, we see these ceremonies being held, called to bar, and this is just for the law sector or the justice sector. You have also hundreds or thousands of graduates from other endeavors.
Exactly.
So it's this discussion tonight, for me, it's just a call to look at youth unemployment in Nigeria, the challenge. Yes. Why do we have it? and the way out.
Yes.
And you all agree with me that it's not new.
But it's getting worse.
Yes, it's getting worse, and that is the disturbing trend.
Exactly.
Government will always tell us it is doing this, it is doing that to bring down the rate of unemployment.
Yes.
But in practical terms, when you look around, you still see a lot of people unemployed, and you begin to wonder the jobs being created by the government, who is taking them?
Okay.
Whether it is ghost,
Or are those jobs disappearing?
well, yes, whether they are disappearing or actual Nigerians are actually, getting a job opportunity. But for me, this is where we are having a problem. Most of our approaches, initiatives are politicized, and that is why you don't get to see the jobs. And since these jobs are not readily available, it is also incumbent on Nigerians themselves to do something to get out of the unemployment, dragnet. We need to look at our education system, how functional it is to make people employable.
And to make them able to also create
Job creators.
Yes.
So there are a lot of issues. If you are to look at the statistics now, the youth unemployment, what is the rate? The Nigerian Bureau of Statistics will give you something like 6%. But independent,
No, as high as I think 40% of
No, I said
youths.
the NBS, the government agency, will give you something like, we have 6%. But when you look at the data independently, you discover that we have 2 digits.
Right.
Whether 10, 20, 30 or
Whatever.
40, like you said. So it's high. And we must always establish the nexus between unemployment and social crisis.
Exactly.
And that is why we are where we are. Crisis there, crisis here. Because people are not, doing anything. And as the popular saying goes, that a devil...
An idle mind.
An idle mind is a devil workshop.
Exactly.
You understand? So, for me, this is a call to action. That people are going out of the university.
What plan is in place?
What plan do we have to absorb them?
Exactly.
To make them useful to themselves and their immediate society.
Exactly.
So it's a whole lot of challenge, and it's beyond getting even the government job.
It's not just about
Because the government job is not readily available, and where it is available, the slots available cannot take care
of the graduates.
The figure of the graduates. So what do? Private sector must be encouraged to create jobs. How are they being encouraged? Do you have a friendly business climate to make somebody to come and invest and create jobs, or you are sending them away? Then what kind of education are people learning in school, and what kind of job is available? There is also problem of skills disparity. People learn a different thing in school,
and what is required on this
in real life is a different thing. So they become unemployable. Nobody wants to employ them.
Whereas there are needs.
There are needs, but there is disparity.
Wow. Yeah.
So a lot of things need to be done. But let me allow my co-discussant to also come in. So is a
web, as it were.
Yes.
Well, for me, I want to start by congratulating the new weeks. Then to move forward, I would say the issue of unemployment has become one of the greatest challenges all over the world presently, and then it's even worse in the third world countries like us, Nigeria, where we are still trying to develop. And then where we try to narrow it to the law sector, where we are trying to x-ray tonight, it's almost the same thing all over the world, because of the limited job opportunities in that particular sector. So let's narrow it down to Nigeria, where over 4,000, almost approximately 4,500 new weeks have been called to bar. It's something we have to ponder on, and it's a little bit, to be frank, it's challenging because how many job opportunities out there? For one of the issues, the reality is that most of them will end up having issues in terms of employment, and that is as a result of, for me, I would say the number one thing will be disparity. I think somebody mentioned that where what you studied in school
it's not
and the reality on ground, you know. So that is likely going to cause issues, and it's one of the reasons why there are a whole lot of most of this law graduates are finding it difficult to get jobs. And then the number two is limited job opportunities. Like if you take a look at Nigeria, for instance, how many law chambers do we have? And then on yearly basis, today, just this week alone, just this year alone, we have almost 4,000, above 4,000, almost 4,500.
Some were called to buy about 2 months ago in July.
So
you know, because there's
different
there's been backlog of.
So you
you're
can
talking
imagine
maybe
that.
in the range of 10,000 already,
So-
maybe.
So this is actually, you know, because of this, like I said earlier, how many law chambers do we have in Nigeria? So definitely some people will find it difficult having jobs. That's the reality. And then another issue is that of experience gap.
Yes.
You know, we have a whole lot of big names out there, you know.
So if someone has a case, he's not likely going to give a new wig.
Yes.
He's not going to give a new wig.
It takes time. So these are the challenges where before you could build to that level, it takes time. It takes years, because, you know, this Nigerian factor thing, apart from the law sector where they'll always ask for 3-5 years experience. And it's even more cumbersome in law, you know. You know, it's a different ball game
Because
out
it
there.
has to do with your
Yes,
capacity.
it has to do with so much experience, and it has to do with so much capacity. So that experience gap is really going to give the young wigs out there the challenge. For me, I think, because for me, I try to come up with some level of some measures where we can navigate this challenge. For me, I think one of the solutions is for them to try to learn skills.
In addition to
to what you have.
Yes.
Because even outside the sector, you have other graduates where all graduates in Nigeria now are being encouraged to learn additional skills.
Yeah.
And this is better from maybe secondary school level. By the time you are out of secondary school,
Should
you
have
are
picked
heading
up.
to the higher institution, you already know, you already have a picture of the skill you are going into. And do you know what? The younger generation, the present generation, they are so eager. Like during the break, I was so surprised where my 13-year-old boy was like, he wants to go and learn a skill. And himself and the twin sister, I advised them to put heads together, and they came up, and then the sister now said she was going to do baking, and the boy too followed. And he was so excited about it. So these are for I think they should do some maybe IT skill, text, digital skills and all that. And then moving forward too, they should try to, apart from skills, they should try to diversify. You know, apart from
specialize.
Apart from
specialize, yes.
I would say diversify, because apart from the main traditional law thing that we all know, as a young lawyer, you can go into something like a teaching law.
Right.
You know?
For me, I think so. It's like we are trying to raise alarm for the lawyers alone. While the problem we actually have is youth unemployment. And we need to lay a background that not all trained lawyers, we practice law.
Yeah.
Not all trained journalists, we practice journalism. Not all trained medical doctors, we practice medicine. So it's everywhere.
You know why we are trying to narrow it down to law? Because this is, in fact, that is what the issue we have at
right now.
hand right now. So
In
that's why,
consonance with matters arising,
that's why it's looking as if maybe we are just trying to narrow it down to law. So as I was saying, if they can, you as a young lawyer, you can equally try to diversify by maybe teaching law. You know, you can also try to go into something like policy development. You know, you can go into policy instead of while you are. It's not as if you are just you are going to abandon the traditional purpose of what you studied, but you can also diversify into all those things too. And then there's need for the senior lawyers too to equally try to mentor the younger ones on how they can navigate that phase of life, because it's actually a phase. Before you know it,
before you now
begin to balance and all that.
Fantastic. Kaite, first of all, I like the fact that you always bring the feminine touch to this program, because you never ever forget to say congratulations when it is necessary. Most of the time, whenever there's something, she never fails to remember. Many times I'll just go into the matter, but she would remember and say congratulations, or I wish you whatever. And I think it's a beautiful
it's
not easy studying law. Just like
that was why I was actually saying you prescribing training, whatever for lawyers looks somehow, because by default lawyers should be naturally smart people.
But they need, like I know one of the ones who got called to the bar yesterday is a fantastic graphics designer.
You see,
fantastic.
That's the vocational skill.
Fantastic.
That
If
can help
any
you.
money from it for years.
Law or no law.
Law, no law. And see, like I said, I think before we even got on air.
And your son, Abi? Your son was one of them.
Yes, yesterday.
Congratulations.
Okay, thank you.
Even though I sent a message earlier.
Okay, I think I saw it on Facebook. Yeah. So fantastic graphics guy. If he does your graphics, you'll be glad. You'll call him again and again. Wow. I can assure you. Fantastic. And like you said, or who said that okay, yes, that after secondary school, he picked it up
generally,
after secondary school. And over the last, you can imagine, it's about 8 years now, you can imagine how he has improved. And he had access at home to,
and it's still a young
that is a functional educational system, an education that will make him to be useful to himself and his environment.
So if he even I was talking about a lawyer who runs a huge printing business in Lagos. So if he decides that that's where he wants to go, he already has his way.
He's already successful to an extent.
Powerfully. I mean, he earns money consistently in the last 1-2 years from it for himself. So I think that indeed there's need to. I mean, if you see my well, let it not become personal, but I do know that my second boy is getting admission this year, but it's already a fantastic dressmaker. I mean,
for
designing. Immediately, yes.
Fashion design.
Immediately after secondary school, he first picked that, and he did it, and he does great job.
So
he does the sewing for you?
No, because he's not here.
Okay.
He's in Benin. But when he's around, he does a few for me. You know how it is again. Sometimes you don't want to give it to him. But so I really do think that this is a concerning issue, and if in the law sector, if we have this huge problem like Bode has been harping on, if we now look at the bigger picture, it's
something else alarming.
It's something new. What do you think about this? The phone line is open. Let's hear your thoughts. I hope that the SODUDUs are around, the concerned citizens, the AWUSCOs, the Chocho.
I think we should also not forget the place of gender inequality.
Yes.
You will discover that we've never had a female Attorney General of the Federation before, a Minister of Justice.
That's correct.
But we have women lawyers. We have women
And successful,
judges.
many
In fact,
of them successful.
As we speak, a woman is the Chief Justice of the Federation. And that was the second woman, I think, second.
Yes, second.
After
That was Mukhtar.
Justice Mariam Aloma
Aloma
Mukhtar. So if a woman can become Chief Justice of the Federation, you have a woman as a senior lawyer, senior advocate of Nigeria. You understand? You have women as Commissioner for Justice at the state level.
Yeah.
So why?
Is it that they cannot rise to
That is a
that?
challenge. And again, the issue of mentoring or mentorship. You said the chairman of the body of bench advised
Yes, that they must
them.
go. They
They
should
shouldn't just not rush to
into-
open chairman. They should go and learn under the senior ones.
Yes.
Mentorship is very, very
Mentorship,
key,
very key.
because it will help them to succeed. I visited a lawyer last week, I think, for an interview. Equally a long lawyer. Just
Yeah.
called Tuba maybe 2-3 years ago.
I think I saw that. that
Called Tuba just 2 or 3
very
years ago.
popular
But
lawyer,
I was surprised.
activist, yeah.
In his chamber,
Yeah.
I met not less than 10 persons.
Employed.
Junior.
Okay.
In fact, one of them was called to the bar yesterday.
Oh.
That means before they are even called to the bar, they are already with him
And
undergoing.
he's equally a very young lawyer too.
Yes.
Yes, but already mentoring people.
Yes.
So he has taken about 10 out of the bulk to train. He's helping the system.
Yeah.
If others are doing that, they are helping
a
the
very
system
long
and
way.
they are helping themselves and the long way lawyers,
profession, yeah.
because it will help them to succeed when they learn the ropes very well, rather than just jumping
no.
into the field without knowing
No,
anything.
it's a huge error.
So
I don't think
mentorship
anybody should jump into it.
Should be taken seriously.
It's not an easy
Mentorship should be
terrain.
taken seriously, and the issue of gender inequality should be addressed. Women should be given equal access.
Well, they are lawyers. They should take up their.
So they should also be allowed to come up.
Yeah.
They should also be allowed to come up. And one day we should also have a woman, a female Attorney General and Minister of Justice, as we have Chief Justice of the
Of the
Federation.
Federation. Great. Where are you? I think I lost one call just now. Please do call back. The number is still 00299383365. If that is too fast, I could slow it down to 080-299-38 and
Somebody's
365.
calling.
Someone is here already. Hello?
Hello.
Yep, you're welcome to. Yeah, good evening. You're welcome to Matters Horizon.
Yeah. Let's Captain Jesus.
Amen.
It's me from Mississippi and all of you there.
All
Good
right.
evening, sir.
It's Emmanuel from Obudu.
Oh, how was Obudu today?
Hi, sir. We thank God.
Okay.
This issue we are tackling on, this issue is very, very okay, but the government has to give us so much, because where are the technical schools that we were going? If they should bring out the technical school back, I think from there, before you come out of secondary school, you have a skill to do. But most of the technical schools, they are not functioning. Unlike me, I attend technical school. I'm telling you the truth. I don't work in government, but I do furniture. Nothing I cannot do in interior decoration.
Wow.
That's what I'm doing in Obudu. But my family is in Katsina.
And you're making a living out of it.
That is what I'm making a living. I'm living very well. I don't have problem. Okay, now, unlike now that I'm speaking to you, I have a son who is 13 years. That boy can repair all his electronics.
Wow.
Under electrical electronics. This boy will repair both TV and everything. He makes charger on his phone, the power bank, and all these rechargeable lamps on his phone. I'm looking for a way to take him to technical school, but now I'm suffering it. To get admission is a problem.
All right.
So all these things, the government is not really helping us.
So you are saying there should be some shift in emphasis from regular schools to technical schools, right?
Yes. So that at least when you come out from the school, even if you want to be maybe math, you want to read math, or maybe you want to be a doctor, whatever, you have something doing, but you still study your doctorate and still do whatever you want to do.
Well, thankfully, I think that recent curricular developments have also begun to emphasize the place of skills, of vocational skills, and I do hope that the problem usually with us is that we have fantastic policies, we have fantastic plans, but we hardly would implement them. That's the problem. Yeah.
That's what we are suffering. But now, unlike now, okay, when you come to this Cross River now, you see people go to school, So many people have certificate in their office now. They kept it, but there's nothing to do. You see people just looming about. There's no work, nothing to do. Okay, a child will come back. You are up to 30 to 40 years old, 40 something years old, 30 something years. You have nothing to help to your parents, which is very bad.
To help yourself first. Won't they help themselves first before even talking about parents?
That's what I'm saying. At least in the state that is supposed to give back to your parents, and that's it. So all these things, the government have to look into it very well. Come back into the drawing board, begin to put things in place, normal as it's supposed to be, so that people will learn from it. There's something that God bless this country with. But our top men in those leaders, they don't want to see to it. It's only just for them within them. It's bad. They should look bad. Please, I'm just putting this to them, that they should always remember the allegiance of oath they always take before they go to office.
Okay.
That people.
All right, let's leave it here. Thank you very much.
Thank
Remember
you very
the
much, yeah.
oath of office you took, oath of allegiance. Yeah, thank you very much.
I think there is a good news for the man from Obudu. You know, you mentioned that the recent development about the curriculum is not just emphasizing. The curriculum was actually revised or reviewed to now emphasize technical education. And unity colleges, as we used to have federal science and technical colleges, now have been converted to federal technical colleges.
Okay.
Yes. Just yesterday, the federal government also announced that tuition free.
Where? In federal
technical colleges.
Wow.
What you need to buy, just buy slippers, dress for your
that's good
for your child. Every other thing. In fact, school administrators and principals were warned not to take kobo. This is
to create phony fines.
What happens to feeding?
Free feeding. So to encourage technical education, to engage national development.
Good evening.
Yes, good evening.
Yes, this is Yusuf from Kogi.
Yusuf, you're welcome.
Yeah. You were talking about learning skill for another vocational.
Yeah, like apart from whatever course you have done in school, or we're talking about lawyers this evening, you should add some skill so that you can at least survive while.
But in the case of lawyers,
yes,
those things don't really work for them, because one is that they said this it is a professional course, and it's a very they don't allow lawyers to do other work apart from two, of course. One, lecturing, like maybe you can lecture, you have that qualification, you can be a lecturer in the higher institution at same time, practice law. Yes, it's allowed. The second one is farming. Apart from these two.
The second one is what?
Farming. You can farm as a lawyer.
Okay, farming. Okay.
Yes. Legal professional conduct allow farming. But other things like maybe selling things, or maybe tailoring, mechanic, other
nobody's talking about mechanic.
You do it. Except, of course, you want to dump your certificate as a lawyer, and then you dump your legal account and go on for that one. But to join the two, the profession and the practice will not allow you.
All right.
You are doing it in a secret that they don't know.
All right, that's an eye opener. I'd really want to go research that maybe after the program.
Yes, ask. That is in law, they don't just allow you to join other things together with law.
All right. Thank you so much, Yusuf. Thank you.
Yes.
Really?
Probably misunderstood us, because no one will say a lawyer should go and learn mechanic.
Exactly.
But there are digital skills.
Yes, digital skills. Yes.
You know, that's his profession that he can learn to expand his scope and knowledge.
Exactly. True.
Yes.
True. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Engineer Roger Michael, calling from Makodi.
You're welcome, sir.
Yeah, I really enjoy your program, and let me begin by congratulating those who have been called to the bar.
All right.
Just as the last speaker says,
and thanks for the compliment.
By virtue of their ethics, because I have a friend who is a lawyer, who is among those we are just called to bar. There are certain things they are not allowed to do as lawyers.
Okay.
So when you factor that into the profession, it becomes difficult on the kind of trade they are going to learn.
Right.
And let me add this, a different perspective. I think the issue of many people trying to study law has to do with the discrimination against HND and BSc. I'm looking from that perspective.
How?
Because of that discrimination, every parent now wants the children to go to the university to study a professional course because they think, quote and unquote, on graduation you get a better job. And probably if you finish with your HND, you'll be asked maybe the man that finished with the BSc will be ahead of you. So that discrimination. So some persons went into law not because they want to practice law. Let me be very frank. But either their relative or their family members forced them to go and study law. So by and large, if you look at the unemployment issue, just as the man that the panelist there is saying, if you look at the unemployment issue, that is a very wide range. That's a very big gap. That just the question he asked is that the government is producing the employment and we are not seeing them, or they are not producing. We don't know which one is the correct one. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you, Oche. Well, first of all, I thought that under the Buhari regime,
there was a big
gap
pass
between
into
HND
law
and
to abolish the dichotomy.
exactly. Is that
Well,
all?
maybe that could be in principle, while
It's
in
not-
practice we are not doing what
Maybe.
implementing.
Maybe it was
There was something like
Yeah,
that.
there
Yes,
was.
of course there was a bill passed into law.
Yeah.
I think it was sponsored by the then Senate President, Senator Ahmad Lawan, to abolish the dichotomy between HND and the
And
first
BSc,
degree. Meanwhile, that's by the way. Let me also add that, like I said earlier, that not all lawyers will practice.
Correct.
And there
That's
are
true.
also other job opportunities, the lawyers, legal practitioners can take up. For example, if they are not taking brief from a client to defend them in court, lawyers by training are legal advisors in organizations, multinationals. They are company secretaries. So a lot of opportunities also await them, not necessarily taking brief from a client.
Especially if the economy is thriving. If the economy is thriving and you have companies, I mean, if you don't have a company, how do you have a company secretary?
Well, a full-fledged company must have a company secretary
Right now.
and a legal advisor.
Exactly.
There are multinationals, there are multinationals. There are big, companies still operating despite the not too friendly business climate. But there are corporations, there are business organizations, there are full-fledged, structure that allow them having company secretary and legal
And by the way,
advisor.
right now, there's even a legal provision that every company, whether it's registered today, it's supposed to have a company secretary.
And legal advisor.
And in addition to that, it's if some of them can as well venture into politics,
Is politics a job?
No.
That's not a job.
Let me take
I know
this.
it's not a
Let me
job.
take this. Let me take this. Hello? Hello?
Hello, sir.
You're welcome, sir.
Yeah, it's
Baba Kera,
Yes, from Taraba State.
welcome, sir.
I'm always happy with Captain TV.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You are keeping life moving well as people see matters arising. And people learn more from your station, sir.
Thank you so much, Baba Kera.
So, the issue of technical education in Nigeria. Nigeria are always good in creating innovation.
Yes, plenty of us.
But they don't monitor them. They don't evaluate. They don't see either the system is moving or is not moving. Their own is only to create it and abandon it. In a system whereby people would not look professional to take things right, will always be failure at the end of the day. So let's learn when we are trying to put in technical education. We should look professional to train people so that they should bring out objectives of what we are planning to do.
All right. So that we have square pegs in square holes, right?
To have more employment in whatsoever we are doing.
All right. Babakera, we should be done this way, right? Thank you so very much. All right.
I said something, and I'm not saying politics
Would they go
is a
there to
job.
make money?
Not going there to make money, but what I'm trying to say is, you know, if we must be frank, we are having a whole lot of issues in our national assemblies, and then even national assembly and even the state assemblies.
In our politics.
In our politics. But if this set of refined persons, you know, in quotes,
Yeah.
try to
Be involved.
be involved in Nigerian
Make things
politics,
right.
I think the narratives might be changed.
Okay. In
Because
case you
they will
don't know,
be, yes, they
most
might
of
be.
these people you are saying are actually lawyers. With the National Assembly, the Senate President is a lawyer by training.
Exactly.
Senator Godswill Akpabio.
Exactly.
Most of them are lawyers. Most of them are
Plenty of
medical
them,
doctors
plenty of them.
who don't practice. Former Senate President Bukola Saraki is a professional medical doctor. So it has nothing to do with professional background. It's about you trying to play politics, well or dirty,
Abi?
without regard to your professional background.
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, yes, can hear you. Go ahead. You are live on air. Go ahead.
I am on air. Go ahead. Yeah, I have something.
His name?
You have an issue.
I think it's a technical.
All right. So
So you were saying something.
Yes, so it's not about being a lawyer that will make you to play politics right.
well, I think the point she
But-
probably wants to
Maybe they will
is
know the law
fact
better.
They would know the law better.
That's what I'm trying to
and
say.
then they
But
would be
you
able
just
to.
said
But
it's not
most of
one of them.
most of them
Are
are
lawyers,
lawyers and
Without chambers, they are lawyers by
That's the
training.
truth.
They are medical doctors, they are professionals.
No, in fact, let's even just restrict it to the law,
To
because
law.
you would say, indeed,
They know
these
the
people
law.
know the law.
Yes.
But plenty of them are currently lawyers, and we
Lawyers.
still have the mess
Let
that
me
we
give you a
have.
practical example. Okay.
Let's take this. Hello? Hello? Augasta, I greet you.
I congratulate you for the boys to graduate.
Thank you very much. But the thing is, I don't know whether you are too far from your phone or you are using
Okay. Let me be louder.
Yes,
better.
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 Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, perfect.
Regarding this issue of large number of graduates and limited vacancies of employment is something that is really affecting everybody everywhere. But my suggestion here is this. Our people, instead of them to invest and expand within the country, they continue to take all our resources abroad. And those abroad are utilizing those resources for themselves. Look at what Donald Trump is doing now. He's saying America first. I don't know when Nigerians will start knowing Nigeria first. This is the first thing I have to ask. Because this is the root cause of almost all the trouble. If you see the large investment, unwarranted investment Nigerians are doing abroad, if part of it can be brought back home, honestly, we will not be poor. And then we start grumbling for employment and so on and so on. So, me, I'm always of the view that home first, charity begin at home. If we cannot put our heads together and make our country, honestly, nobody from outside, as they used to claim, direct foreign investment or direct exploitation that we continue to look for. Imagine you loan 100 billion and start thinking of somebody coming to invest a 50 billion for you. One day there. So our lawyers, we have to find lawyers, find everything on every kilo, every bill. But root cause of it is finances. Root cause of it is resources. Where are those resources? So now, if we cannot help ourselves, honestly speaking, somebody from outside will not help us. So these are young graduates that are graduating, they need somewhere to fix themselves and work and how can they get government? The resources that are invested in opening more chambers, opening legal whatever institutions are not there. The few ones that managed to establish, they had run out of resources because of overturned. So now it is you, it collectively we have to deal it this way. Those who are supposed to employ lawyers, their investment.
Mohammed.
Now,
you didn't even tell us your name, but I guess it's Mohammed from Maiduguri. You are a regular customer, so by now we know you. But we're going to leave you here. You've made a whole lot of points. We do appreciate, but we will need to let you go right now. Right now. Thank you. Now, you know, right back again, the thing goes back to government as far as Mohammed is concerned. And at least he agrees that it's a huge challenge. And indeed, I mean, if you look back again, the fact that in July here, about the same number were churned out. And so we're talking in the region of about 10,000 in 1 year.
Just
in 1 year. And who knows, maybe there's still a third batch that's going to happen before the end of the year. So if you're looking at 10,000 lawyers in 1 year, where are those places that are going to really employ them? Where are those chambers? Where are those? Well, okay, they also do attorneys for real estate jobs. I mean,
of course, there are lots
as
of
agents. So maybe one way or the other. This is the reason why you have a surfeit of what has been humorously, I don't know, referred to as charge and bail lawyers. That's all they do. Somebody is handed into police detention. He goes there and stands for him to get the man bail for a small charge, and
no, he has done something very, very great.
But yes, but
maybe he just
may not be able to survive.
Maybe he
that.
refused to upskill himself or upgrade himself.
Yes. Hello. Good evening. You are live, but you're too close to your TV, yeah?
Okay, sir. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
It can get better.
Okay, sir. Where is it?
All right. Good evening.
Yeah, thank you for the program, sir.
Thank you so very much for your kind
My name
words.
is Abubakar, calling from Kogi State.
All right, go ahead. Let's hear you.
Okay, my intake in this issue is not too much, but I want to say that we Nigerians, we don't know why sometimes if we want to do something, we don't easily look into what it will give us or what it will leave us with. Like the issue of unemployment in Nigeria. It's a very serious issue. Everywhere you go, anytime, any day, you see a lot of graduates out there. But when the federal government is talking about the vocational training, as long as the students are concerned, I'm fully in support of that, because today, if you go like most Nigerians, everybody wants to celebrate that I am a graduate. Everybody wants to say that I've gone to school, but yet we can't help ourselves. If government can come up to introduce the vocational training, even making it professional and give support at the end of the program to help the young graduates to have something to do as somebody, not to depend mostly or fully on government. It will help the government and it will help the people involved. Like most families, most parents today, see their children to the university after that for more than 10, 15 years, no work. And some of them will just end up, their time will go, or sometimes they'll end up having accidents, they'll end up having one or two things and the whole thing is turned upside down. For example, our curriculum of study is I don't know, maybe we are being blinded by the Western policy, I don't know.
All right, Abubakar.
If you find out, you come to realize that today we are being made compulsory to study mathematics in the school. We are being made compulsory to study English in the school. These two subjects don't have major impact in our life.
Yeah,
Like, we talk about the
I like the point you have made, but I think you have also made a wrong point. And I'm going to let you go because we don't have all the time. But I'll be talking based on what you just raised immediately now. Now, I also have a problem with insisting that everybody must have credit in mathematics. But it's not correct. That does not apply to English language because
It's a medium of
it's the medium of
communication.
communication. So you want to study physics.
But why mathematics will not be relevant to
understand-
students?
You
All
must be taught and learnt in the English language. But mathematics, for somebody who wants to read law, I don't understand it. For somebody who wants to read sociology, I don't understand it. For somebody who is reading maybe psychology, I don't see. Maybe this is a topic for another day.
Unlike
This is a topic
science
for another
courses,
day.
yes.
Exactly. This is a topic for
Our
another day.
system need a
And
lot
very
of
soon I'm sure we'll
overhauling
get to
and
this.
rejigging.
Do you know indirectly?
What do you need it for?
No, indirectly
Probably
we
inherited
have maths in almost all the courses. Like, is there no commercial law or something?
Of course,
Commercial law.
commercial law.
So
There's
why
commercial law.
No, you need to know maths.
No. If you're talking commercial law, you're talking about how contracts are made and all that.
You need maths.
There are certain calculations and
You
formulas.
need maths.
Hello?
Even in journalism, you need maths
Hello?
too.
Hello, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Worry?
Yes, sir. Yes, worry boy.
You don't
Worry boy, how is worry?
Everything good. Sister Kaite, good evening, ma.
Greetings from Ekaite.
I greet you, ma.
Sam.
Thank you.
Time they go, we don't get time when you talk. Oh.
Yes, I think this one not there, and that's
Because
my brother.
once you don't see a cattle, you got belly wise.
I still want to greet her righteously.
Okay, go ahead.
Alright, congratulations anyway. I hear say your hand there for the new weeks when they call too.
We thank God though. Now God the runner mo.
I say it did, nothing past so.
Yeah.
Not to take much time, I know the time already go, so I don't really get much to talk. Make I just align my thoughts with the guy you understand? So they need to justify because if they're not justified, many of these lawyers they win the court, so many of them will not be charged and be lawyer. I know what it takes when they don't become charged and be lawyer. So because of the way the country be. So no more time, Shamo will leave her for another day again.
You don't echo waiting your friend talk.
Thank
Good
you.
night. All right, so even as we begin to round up, we could manage to take. No,
If
I
take one?
I guess we got to go.
Okay.
And at this point, I hope you enjoyed the program. I hope it made some sense. I hope it did bring some enlightenment, and I hope you also caught some fun, like they say. My name is Dayo Mogwan. It's good night from me.
My name is Ekaite. Bye for now.
Okay, my name is Badibo. It's bye from here.
By the way, Badibo is the online editor of Leadership Newspapers, and he just joined us for us to just create some, so that we're not boxed in and we're not doing some locked-in thinking.
It's my pleasure.
Some freshness.
It's
Thank
my
you
pleasure.
for coming.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
And as we say at Kaftan Television,
Imagine a beautiful world.